Hello, everyone. Matthew Schwab here with Matthew Schwab Speaks. Mm, Doing another episode of Matthew Schwab Listens, where I interview people in my life who are doing great things in the community and ask unique questions. Today's episode is the Chief Financial Officer of 321 Coffee, Micheal Evans.
Hey Matthew, thanks for having me on today.
You're very welcome. Thanks for taking time out of your day.
Absolutely. Happy to.
Thanks. So we met in 2017 when I helped out with the very first 321 coffee event at the North Carolina State University indoor arena. So much has happened. 321 is huge now. I am so happy I was involved from the beginning. Did did you know that did you know 321 was going to be this successful?
No, I mean, I suppose it was always what we hoped from day one, right? When we started it out and had so many great people along for the ride. But I'm not sure anyone really could have imagined that it would have grown to what it is today at that point. When we were just doing events on folding tables and sort of taking any event that would come our way, I think we were super excited about what we were doing, but didn't necessarily know really what the future would hold. And that, today with 321 Coffee would have four retail locations and a roasting facility. And I think that it's really cool to see where it's gone, but beyond what I had imagined at that point.
So please tell our audience a bit about yourself and how you became involved with 321 Coffee.
Yeah, totally. I am originally from outside of Philadelphia and went to school outside of Philadelphia. And then when it came time to go to college, I ended up choosing to go to North Carolina State University. And I was a part of the Park Scholarship program at North Carolina State University. And through that program, I met Lindsay, who we'd go on to co-found 321 Coffee with. But Lindsay was super involved in the disability community here in the Triangle area and really had a vision for wanting to start something like 321 Coffee that would employ individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. I thought that was really cool and something that I wanted to be a part of. And from that very first event that we all did together, I think I really fell in love with the work that we were doing.
I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are doing great work. So why is three I know why, but can you tell the audience why 321 this coffee is called 321?
Yeah, totally. So 321 Coffee represents Down syndrome, which is the third copy of the 21st chromosome. So the name is sort of an allusion to Down syndrome, and a lot of the branding elements that we use throughout the brand are also a reference to that. So like that DNA mapping pattern that we use throughout the brands on the bags of coffee, on some of the storefronts, um, represents the uniqueness and value that everyone brings to the company.
Yes, very amazing. How many locations are there?
Yeah, so today we have four locations. We've got our original location at the North Carolina State Farmers Market. We've got an in-office cafe with Pendo that's private for just their employees. And then we've got two retail locations in downtown Raleigh and downtown Durham. Both of those are open 7 days a week for anyone to come to.
Yes. So please tell everyone how they can order online.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got coffee and merchandise available online at shop.321coffee.com. Our amazing team of roasters helps roast and pack all of that coffee every week to keep it super fresh. And it's just a really cool operation that people are able to support.
Definitely. I know 321 Coffee started as a nonprofit coffee shop with volunteers, but quickly became a for-profit with payroll. A company with a great mission. Why did you decide to change?
Totally. Yeah. I think that moving that way really helped us support our growth. We had a lot of big plans for how we were going to grow, and making that change really enabled us to be able to grow quickly and um, expand the reach that we were able to have, and really just continue to push forward the amount of opportunities that we were able to provide.
I'm so glad it is working. And so currently, how many employees do you have on payroll?
Yeah, I think today we've got over 60 employees on payroll.
That's a lot.
Isn't that isn't that wild, Matthew, from
Yeah.
back in our early days in 2017?
Then when we had like 4 or 5 maybe.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Every town needs a 321 coffee. Are there any plans for further franchising?
Yeah, not currently, but we certainly have heard a fair amount of interest about it, and it's something that's on our radar because I'm with you. I think it would be really cool to see a 321 coffee in every town.
I agree. So, what is your favorite thing about 321 coffee?
Oh gosh, probably all of the fantastic people that I get to work with every day. I think it's such unique experiences, but we have so much fun, and uh, really just getting to know everyone that's on the staff and work with them on a day to day is probably my highlight all the time.
That is my favorite thing is the camaraderie.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So now we're doing the fun questions. So
Oh, I like that.
yes. I know as a kid you probably see yourself as a coffee store owner, but what's your dream job as a child?
Oh, as a child, I really wanted to be a baseball player. And then at some point, I really wanted to be an engineer. In high school, I really wanted to be an engineer.
That, that's good. At least you have a little bit of the engineering knowledge for 321.
Totally, right? It's, yeah, it definitely gets applied a little bit here and there.
Yeah. I know 321 has a partnership with Lenovo and it allowed the company to expand the roastery. What and make modifications for people with disabilities. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, totally. That's a great question. So last year we were able to start a partnership with Lenovo where they would help us design and make the roasting facility more accessible. So a couple of like the real big highlights that we were able to do with that included, I guess probably the biggest one was back at the old roasting facility, we'd have to climb up a step ladder with the 25, 30 pounds of coffee to dump it into the roaster. Difficult to do. 30 pounds is a lot of weight, and climbing up a step ladder with that and having to dump it in is not easy. So being able to get a roaster that has a vacuum lift in order to vacuum coffee out of a container and bring it up top to the roaster, that has made our operations super accessible. And then we've also, through our partnership with Lenovo, been able to work with a company called Applied AI to work on developing a software tool that helps guide the roasters through the roasting process, so that they can work more independently on that as well.
That is awesome. And I remember when I toured the roastery, it was very impressive.
Thank you, Matthew. I
You also
appreciate that.
thanks so much. Mm, I'm sure the audience has learned a lot about 321 coffee. Is there anything else you'd like to add about 321 coffee?
No, I mean, we're, like I said, we operate 7 days a week and would love to see people come out to the shop and say hello. But it's been such a fun journey, and we've been lucky to have you as a part of that journey.
Thank you. It was a great 6 years working with you guys.
Absolutely.
Now we're actually at the fun questions now. My favorite thing to eat is a cheeseburger with lots of pickles. What's yours?
Ooh. Oh, that's a great question. Homemade pizza, I think that would be my favorite food.
Ooh, yes, it's delicious. So I recently saw Big Time Rush with my girlfriend. Did you know her, Lucia Romano?
Oh yeah.
Yes. her favorite band. Who's your favorite band?
Oh gosh. Honestly, Matthew, I don't listen to a lot of music. Um, but oh man, that is a tough one. If I had to pick a favorite band, I usually like some more like old time type music. So, um, like any type of like classic rock.
Oh, nice. I love rock. Like my favorite rock band has to be Van Halen.
Uh, Love that.
Yes. So, what is the biggest risk besides opening pizza and coffee you ever taken?
Oh man, that is a good question. Um, I think I would say, da, da, da. Well, something recently that I did that felt risky was I went skydiving on Friday,
Oh wow,
um, with the same company that you went skydiving with.
wow! Triangle skydiving.
Yep, yeah, everyone was talking about. We told them that we worked with 321 Coffee and we knew Matthew Schwab, and they said, "Oh my gosh, that was one of the best skydives we've ever done."
Oh wow, nice. That's cool. So, what is your favorite book growing up?
Ooh, growing up, I really liked The Hunger Games.
Oh yes, I love the movies.
Yes, yeah, they're really good, aren't they?
I'm going to see the new one when it comes out in November.
Ah, I can't wait for that. I'll have to check that out.
It also stars someone with Down syndrome.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah,
That's really cool.
yes.
I will definitely be watching.
All right. So, mm, I'm a morning person. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Definitely, I lean towards being a morning person. I like to go to bed early.
Yes, like the latest that I go to bed here at the apartment is like 9 p.m.
Oh wow, you're really on a good schedule. I wish I was on
Oh,
that good of a schedule.
thanks. And thanks again, Michael. I love the 6 years and I worked at 321 Coffee. I am so happy that we're friends. I love that 321 Coffee does for the community. Thanks for employing people with disabilities, Michael.
Absolutely. Very much value our friendship, Matthew. Thanks for having me on today.
You're very welcome. Pretend you're interviewing me. What is one question you would want to ask?
Oh man, I would want to ask, what are some of the things coming up for Matthew Schwab and Matthew Schwab Speaks that you are most excited about?
So for Matthew Schwab Speaks, I'm going to Pennsylvania on
Nice.
the 8th. So about a couple weeks from now, I'm speaking to a college over
Oh, cool.
speaking to undergrads about
Nice. Which college?
I don't remember.
Oh, huh, cool.
Yeah. Uh, and I'm going to talk about like employment and how they can be challenged to be future leaders.
That's really cool.
Yes, thank you. So, any final thoughts for the audience?
No, I think we've covered so much good stuff here. I really enjoyed getting to chat with you, Matthew.
Thank you very much, Michael, for taking time to do this with me and audience. Thank you for listening to this episode of Matthew Schwab Listens. And stay tuned for the next one.